Hi, for today's teardown, one more altitude alert control panel from a civil aircraft. It seems this one has a stamp of Sabena company, now dead Belgian airline. Fit altitude as always with your orange flag and your button to set something, well, value actually, and your orange warning light with built-in test, it seems. So this one is again a US made one by the Kollsman company. Serial number 105. Regular connector. Someone did write the pinout for the backlight, it seems, and it is all. So I will pop off the cover. Here we have just 4 regular slotted screws to undo. Quite easy actually. So what do we have? This one is actually quite very heavy compared to its size, so it must be really full of stuff, and apparently yes. There is this insulating foil which is coming off. I will reattach it with Captain tape most probably. And here is what we have. A lot of electronics in this one again. Interesting feature here, it must be some kind of interconnect. Yes, apparently totally interconnect. Okay. So we have in the front the counter wheels with your backlight. Here probably the small contacts, and you could access the backlight with undoing the 4 screws on the front probably. The same setup than in the previous one to the hand stop. Look at this. It is what determines how far you can turn, and when all the little things are stacked together you cannot turn anymore, like here, and in the other way you will move around and finally stack all together in the other way like this. Really interesting. Stainless gears here. Interesting, we have here what seems to be 2 power resistors. Not sure if they are for some kind of temperature control, or if it just put them at this place because they had no other room. So on the side here we have a little PCB with very old school capacitors and transistors. Big grounding point here, and one PCB at least with Texas Instrument chips, dead code of 1969 or 1970, so it is really old. And it looks like I see slots here, so it looks like this thing can come apart. So there is a seal here at the back. I am removing because it is a little bit annoying. Oh, on this side we have power transistors bolted to the frame for heat dissipation, and we have some kind of a feature here. Ah, yes, must be probably the remains of a setup with a magnet and a broken reed contact here in a glass bulb, but it is broken. But probably it was a test feature with a magnetic switch. The sensor here, synchro transmitter by Clifton, very regular stuff. So I will try to undo the two parts. It looks like it is just a matter of a few screws. This one also. And I will do them at the same time like this. And this one, obviously a big main screw. Yes, it is coming apart. Now I am annoyed with wire looms, but this one I know is already coming off. So it is interesting how it is in two parts, and they did paint silver here to show that the two silver parts go together. And on the side also here some kind of color code, but they did not put enough for my needs. So I am going to correct this. Let's say this was golden here. I will put some yellow here. Some red here. Okay. Sadly I do not have a golden because this one is a little bit erased, but oops, very tiny contacts here, and this one is a big one. Okay, so this is coming like this. Interesting. Canon plug, no, ITT Canon, obviously with a Canon logo on it. So this is now completely off. We can have a better look at the unit here. Always the same kind, Clifton Precision products. Synchro transmitter with a 2-phase rotor, 3-phase stator. Very expensive things when they are new. This might be the motor to the, yes, this is the little flag here. Okay, and nothing else to see in this front part, just mechanics, well, just gears, a lot of them actually. So, okay, for this we go to the electronics. I can see a black box here at the bottom and a stack of what seems to be 2 circuit boards. So there is something interesting. It is how they did loop the wires around the terminal pins here. They are soldered onto the pins, but they did loop them around for to secure them more or less. Quite weird, as you can see. So if I pull this, I need to undo at the same time this. So at least they did stack the connectors in the correct order, so they will come apart in the order of the parts. So you have no to squeeze when you assemble it, one between two already in place. But the numbers seem not to be. I have a P2, P3, P5A, P5B here, P5A, P5B, P46, P4, P4A, P4B. Okay. So this is coming off. Some kind of insulating layer on this PCB. with just the ICs we did see previously, nothing on the other side. Nothing particular here except for this suspiciously different capacitor. Look, same model than this ones, but this one has a big black ring. This one a little bit also, but this one is okay. Interesting. Little 2N2907 transistors. Okay. So we are left with one more PCB with these weird things. So I will try to remove it. Okay, it is coming off also quite easily. I need to undo the connector. I have no idea of how difficult it will be to reinstall all that stuff and be able to close the box again, because really you have a feeling it is so full in here, it is almost going to explode with the pressure of the stuff inside. Quite amazing, this thing. I need a blade. It is the most... well, the Smith's one was interesting also, but this one is really impressive for the construction. I might use some cable lacing before I close everything back together, because these wires are a little bit loose for me and I would love to see them a little bit more together. So I can now remove the board. On this one, more transistors, or even maybe op amps. Yes, probably op amps in metal cans. New 2 little trimmers, and these devices here. UTC.T DOT 36 10K 10K. There is a pin out of the wire, so it is a little black cylinder with 4 or 5 wires going out of it. A little UTC with what seems to be a coil logo, so maybe it's a kind of little signal transformers. Nothing particular on the other side, except that they did have to cut through the board and squeeze these parts inside and secure them with some kind of potting compound. Interesting. So we are left with this unit. Apparently a large transformer with a nice pinout written on it, at least. Yes, you have all the different power outputs, quite a lot of them actually. Now look at this maximum altitude. Let me recap my pens here. Maximum altitude of 70 kilo-feet. And we have outputs input at 26 volts 400 Hz. So I might do it with my 400 Hz generator actually. Outputs at 32, 8, 7, 6 volts. Interesting. I do not know they are all used or not, and where the hell they are actually, these outputs, because I do not see any wires going in this thing. Maybe 1 or 2 here in the corner, but where are the other connections? Interesting. It looks like it is secured here on the back by 2 screws, so you know what? I am not counting screws anymore, so I can undo this and try to have a better look. It is not coming because of this thing here, but yes, it is just a black box. Yes, the contacts must all be here in the corner. Interesting. And I see we have brass inserts actually in it to accommodate the screw threads, so really nice quality obviously. And when something is written with max altitude of 70 kilo-feet, so why would it have a maximum altitude? Maybe gas coming out from the materials when the pressure is not enough. Quite interesting. Okay, let me reinstall this real quick. The case here, the frame seems to be made some kind of die cast metal, but maybe not aluminium. Some kind of zinc or zamac, they call this in French. I do not know the other names. Okay, imperial bolts, of course. Little handwritten info here, and it is all for this thing. So I hope you did enjoy these teardowns of these altitude alert panels. Really nice. Oh, it will be a nice thumbnail for my video, I believe. And stay tuned for more stuff, of course. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.